What is going on, Notre Dame fans? A new commitment for the Fighting Irish in the 2025 class. We've got Tim Hyde from Blue and Gold to break down this news. Before we dive into it, folks, please hit the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content and go to blueandgold.com for more coverage of this commitment. And folks, it is Koo Kia from Punahou High School in Honolulu. Listed at 6'2", 190 pounds. Currently a 3-star across the board, folks. But I'm telling you, these 2025 rankings, throw them out right now. It's so early in the cycle, and I think in February or so, you'll see more of the rankings updates for the 25 cycle from junior film, with those guys being more focused on the 2024 class with signing day around the corner. So that's the commitment. Koo Kia, 6'2", 190 pounds. That last name might sound familiar. He's the younger brother of Koo Kia, who signed with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the 2021 class, and then took a 2-year mission. So it's interesting, Tim. Kahanu came back from his mission the weekend of January 12th, and Koo went with his family to visit Notre Dame for their first recruiting trip. He had been to Notre Dame with his brother when he was a recruit. So Notre Dame continuing like a brother pipeline that they've had over the years. And he's a good football player, Tim. What do you think about Koo Kia?
Yes, yes. I'll tell you what, man. He's one of my favorite players to watch in this class. You pop on his field and you're just like smiles because you just see the energy he plays with, the relentlessness he plays with. He's a passionate football player, and I love it because I could see him already in Notre Dame. I could see the energy that he's going to play with on Saturdays, and he's a lot of fun. Where does he play? Hey, I've said it. I feel like with 3/4 of these guys Marcus Freeman has signed the last 2 years. Who cares? Bring him in, find a spot for him because he's an athlete. He's a versatile football player. Is he an outside backer? Can he grow into a will? He'll probably end up being a will type of a football player. He knows how to find the football. He's got amazing ball skills on just breaking through tackles. The more you watch this film, there's so many exciting things that pop off to him. And you see the offers that he got going back to his rankings, which once again, it's like, just watch the film. It's like, this guy is a heck of a football player. He's without a doubt going to be a blue chip. He comes from one of the best high schools in Hawaii, elite competition at that level. And obviously there's a gentleman named Manti Te'o that came from this high school. So Kia, I love him. I really do. I think he's going to be an Energizer bunny. When he comes on campus, you just see the way he plays with, and his brother's going to bring that, I feel, coming back from his 2-year Mormon mission. So really exciting. I can't say enough really good things about the way he plays the game. And I'm stoked being a West Coast guy. As you know, Hawaii has been good to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And they've been really good football players from that state. So the fact that Marty Biaggi has kept that going since he's come aboard is awesome. So kudos to the coaching staff for getting this done.
Yeah, definitely kudos to Marty Biaggi and Notre Dame's special teams. Sorry for the kind of the shaky film here, but Notre Dame's special teams coordinator has been the one, the guy in recent history who has been recruiting the state of Hawaii. Obviously, Brian Polian, Brian Mason, now Marty Biaggi, and Koo Kia told me recently, he's like, "Hey man, I love Marty Biaggi. It's Biaggi's been to this school a few times, I believe, Al Golden did a really good job in this recruitment as well. So this is a nice pickup. When you're talking about him as a player, his brother, when he was a recruit, Tim, Kahanu's kind of the same, kind of just like a front seven athlete. Who knows how Kahanu's, how he is physically returning to Notre Dame. Like, has he bulked up on his mission? He hasn't played in a couple years, like what he looks like, but he was an edge rusher for Notre Dame as a freshman. And he was someone who was recruited as a linebacker too. You see a lot of Kia, talking about Koo Kia here. He'll play on the edge. He'll play as a drop linebacker in the slot. Like, he kind of can do it all, Tim. So I'm with you in that. Who cares what you bring him in as? Just bring him in. Because I think he can play that money position that Maris Leofau played, as an off-ball linebacker. Could he play Mike or Will? He could be a Viper. He really can do pretty much anything, Tim.
Yeah, and he's got great change of direction. As you've seen in the last half dozen plays, the way he could, break on his ankles and change directions, plant his feet, and explode and accelerate is really nice to watch. He's a versatile football player. He's a guy that's going to play a multiple of spots. I feel once he gets into the system and gets into a spring ball and a couple of training camps under him, I think eventually he's going to grow into the will linebacker. He's going to be one of those inside backers there, but yeah, he could play outside, inside, bring him from all over. One thing you notice on film is he's a lot like Osbury is, if you ask me, the way he blitzes.
Yeah.
Outstanding blitzer, finding creases, lowering his shoulder, moving his whole body around blockers, fitting into the seams there. That was one player of recent, that he really reminded me of the way, Jaden Osbury played. So really good football player, physical, loves contact, throws his body around, which is fun to see. And I love to use the word swarm. This is a guy that just goes till the whistle, and he'll jump on piles and all that stuff. So really good pickup for, the front seven down the road of what Freeman, Golden, all these defensive coaches have been building the last couple of years was, Marcus Freeman.
I wanted to note with Kahanu, again, played his freshman season at Notre Dame, then took his 2-year Mormon mission trip. Now, Koo is undecided on exactly what that's going to look like, but he did tell me that he's going to play his freshman season. And then he might take a mission after that, but he also might not during his college. He might not break up his college playing career. And then you obviously have prospects, who will take a mission before college football, like Gatlin Bear, who's a class of 2024 receiver. He's taking his mission before starting his college career. So, and it's going to be pretty cool with when Kahanu coming back. He has a wide open eligibility clock. I mean, he has 4 years. Now, he doesn't get a COVID year. No, he does not get a COVID year. Kahanu played for Notre Dame in 2021. So he has 4 years of eligibility remaining, and then 3 of those will get to play with his brother. So that's pretty cool, going from a class of 2025 player going to get to play 3 years with his brother who was in the class of 2020. You really don't see that. So it's pretty cool. And that was something that Koo told me he was really excited about, to play with his brother. So
yeah, one last thing, we didn't even mention, is obviously you see 3-star
yes,
people, but it's like the offers: USC, Oregon, Washington, Texas. Texas under Coach Sark's always going out there looking for Polynesian players. So you got some elite offers that are going out, looking for him as once again an athletic, very versatile, mobile type of a linebacker. So you got some really good coaches that have wanted him, and for Notre Dame, just pull him away from the West Coast. It's always there. Notre Dame does get guys, but it's always a tough sell. That's a long plane ride. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there of the guys that they beat out for his services. I think is awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And it's tough for the prospect from Hawaii. They're just not able to visit, all these schools in the mainland. Like before this Notre Dame trip, the weekend of January 12th for him, he had only visited Hawaii. That was it for like a recruiting trip. But yeah, Notre Dame's is obviously a school that his family's very comfortable with. They've been, first time they were out there was 4 years ago or 3.5 years ago or so. So it is a school that, the family's comfortable with, and will get to play with his brother. So really cool commitment. And I think a really good player as well. Koo Kia committing to the Fighting Irish, adding to a big time class for the Irish in the 25 cycle. Folks, please hit the thumbs up on this video if you like what you saw. Subscribe to our channel for more content if you're new here. And again, go to blueandgold.com for more coverage of this big news. Hit that thumbs up again, folks. And as always, we will catch you next time.